come on in. We're going to talk all things monetizing your expertise. Let me know where you're from. Make sure you come in, say hello, like the live, and subscribe so that we can stay connected. So, we're going to talk all things going live as well as how to monetize your expertise, friends. Let me know if you have any questions. I feel want to make sure I'm able to support you all as you are getting connected and learning and growing on this here channel, okay, and in these YouTube streets, friends. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna get started in just a second. Uh, let's see. I am gonna go to a couple different other channels. I just want to make sure I'm answering questions here, as well as setting up my screens. All right, friends, give me a second. We'll get going in just a few more seconds. There we go. Appreciate you all being here. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? Good morning, friend. I am just getting going. Appreciate you. So let me go to the TT streets and get going here, and we'll see how quickly I can move. I'll be honest with you. We didn't chat about this a little while ago, but I definitely am going to be a little bit more efficient with my time. Excellent. I appreciate your friend. Be a little bit more efficient with this morning to try to get through it. Okay, let me go here. I didn't close out my screen. Oh, I should have closed it out. Oh gosh, I'm kicking myself. Let's see. It's gonna let me open up what I previously had. No. Oh gosh. Just making sure I got some other screens open. Okay. Let me go to TikTok. Hello, friends. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. We are talking all things going live with monetizing your expertise. I want to make sure you are going live, first of all, because you want to live stream so you can reach your target audience. And then you want to give value and then help them arrive to a solution. So you're offering a solution, you're leading them to a solution. So as you are here, come in, let me know where you're from, say hello. Go ahead and put something in the chat so I know you are here. And my moderator, her name is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is in the building, so you can connect with her, ask her questions. She is also my YouTube coach. We are learning and growing. I'm learning and growing. So definitely connect with her. She's going to help you with building your channel, helping you to optimize, and then ultimately helping you grow and monetize. That's the goal. We're monetizing our expertise. So I want you all to monetize. And so we're going to talk all things going live. And as you know, I co-stream. So I'm on the TikTok streets as well as the YT streets. And so I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate So, okay, friends. Okay, and thank you so much for being here. So make sure you like the live and subscribe as well. And let me know if you have any questions. We're going to get to chatting. And as you guys know, I talk all things going live so that you can, in turn, grow. Put some lights on in here. Make it a little bit brighter. Yes, definitely hit like. Definitely hit like, friends. We want to make sure we know you're here. And then go ahead and put a comment in. Say hello. Good morning. So we know you are here joining us and we can chat and connect. All right, friends. I am going to set up my screen. Appreciate you all being here. Let's see. Go and get started in just a second. Happy Friday. I love that. Happy Fridays, friends. And let me know where you guys are from so we can get started chatting. I want to make sure we are connecting. Let me know if you have any questions as well. Good morning, everyone. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. Come on in. We are chatting. We're connecting. This is my Go Live and Monetize Your Expertise. I want you to level up. I want you to think intentionally about your growth strategy. I want to make sure you are growing as you go live and you are connecting with your target audience. So as you are talking and chatting, connecting, your audience is listening and they want to make sure that they are getting value from what your conversation is, as well as how you doing, Carissa, as well as you are leading them to a solution. So we're going to talk all things going live first of all, and then I'm here to answer questions. How you doing, Carissa? Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning. How's everything going? Appreciate you being I appreciate you being here, and let me know if you are going live, friend. Let me know how your live journey is going. Laura, thank you for joining, my friend. My friends coming on in. Let me know if you have questions. We're gonna get to chatting. We're gonna have hopefully we have a great conversation. Yesterday it was really good. I had people come up and was asking me questions. And so I really want to make sure you guys are getting as much support as possible. How you doing? Phenomenal. How are you doing, friend? Appreciate you being here. How you know what? I've been seeing your videos you're sharing. I love your new format too. The background you're using for your live. Oh my gosh, that's cute. That's really good. So how is it going for you? I would love to hear an update. Thank you so much, Trisha Baby T. Appreciate you being here, friend. Thank you so much for joining. We are going to get to chatting and connecting. TT, thank you for joining. Hello. You laughed at me because I said Baby T. He's like, they don't call me that no more. Do you Canva AI? Oh, that was Canva AI. You know what? Canva AI has been doing some things lately. This is the second, you're literally the second person. I'm looking over here. Yes, Michelle Crochets. You are literally the second person that has kind of name dropped Canva AI as the tool of choice. So yes, Canva definitely, they have upgraded their feature. So it's really good. Thank you for that daily heart, me, Carissa. Appreciate it. It is amazing. Yeah, I played around with it a little bit too. I have not done graphics. Actually, I tried to use it and I like it. I like what it came back with. I used it for maybe like a little bit of a script, the same way you would think about using ChatGPT or something like that. And I was like, okay, I was really impressed with it. So from that perspective, but it wasn't, and then it tried to make a design after that. I was like, nah, that's not what you're supposed to do with that the way I worded things. But again, it's definitely a great resource. Heart and Joy, how are you, friend? Coming on in. And thank you so much for being here, friends. Thank you so much for joining. Gives you options to choose. Yes, it does. Michelle says Canva is killing it. It is. George, thank you so much for coming on in, friends. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. We're going to get to connecting. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is my level up conversation. Just starting my digital marketing journey. Yes. So, okay, so let me say this, and I don't know if you knew this already, Heart and Joy. That's what this talk is about. Because when you think about what we're doing, from first of all, from a digital marketing perspective, when you live stream, you are in a subset of digital marketing. People miss that. I think that whole thing goes over their head, that this is digital marketing too. You're just connecting with your audience. Anything you do digitally is digital marketing. When it comes to digital products is a great way to connect with your audience and offer other ways for them to get information from you. Okay? So, yes, when you do live streaming, when you're doing content creation, when you are on YouTube and you're obviously creating videos and stuff, you want to make sure you have other things that you're offering to your community so that they can constantly get information, get resources, get essentially solutions from you because of what you're offering based on your topic. So that's important, friends. I had trouble setting payment methods. Payment methods for what in particular? Canva AI and ChatGPT are new busties from the last 3 weeks. Yes. I love that. Phenomenal. He's like, look here, y'all done put me on and I am running. I am doing this thing. Exclusive. How are you, friend? Come on in. Hey, Grand Rising. Love it. How are you doing? Is things getting better for you? I thought about you all day yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, You are really having a hard time with how things are happening with your lives. And the thing is that you're being consistent. You're doing what you need to do. My your stand store. Maybe message me. Let me know if you have questions. Message me. I'm happy to answer some questions. We'll give you Stan is pretty intuitive, so I will. Let me say that differently. Stan is it. It does take work in terms of making sure you have your descriptions and other designs for whatever your thumbnails are going to be. You have to have that stuff put together. But for the most part, you're just kind of dragging and dropping or copying and pasting and putting them in little areas. So it does take some time though. You said I'm in Turkey, so no PayPal here. Well, Stan has Stripe. You just have to use Stripe. Yeah, you just have to use Stripe. Or are you talking about for TikTok? TikTok, you need PayPal. I don't know. I'll have to be honest with you. I don't know in terms of other countries what are the alternative payment methods. It is alternatives. Let me say that. It is some alternatives out there. I just don't know what they are. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well, friend. I leveled up to B4. Look at you. That's the reality. You are in your growth season, friend, and you're leveling up. And so you as you grow, as you rise, you're gonna have a lot of haters that are hating on you. But you just stay focused, stay determined. Don't let them stop what you're doing. And honestly, like I said, for whatever you're dealing with how you're getting reported, report it so that it's a human reviewing it and not the AI. Yeah, I manage with other apps in Stripe. Okay, awesome. Hello, how you doing? Is it Turkey? Frizen, thank you so much for being here. Congrats. Yes, they are coming for me. I know. Don't let them stop you, friend. Don't let them stop you. Keep going. That's it. That's what this is all about. And I say it all the time. It's about consistency and engagement. Hey everyone, how can tell if TikTok has restricted? I had 0 views, 0 pass by. Digital, inspired digital chick. Hello, friend. Are you talking about for your live or your content? Are you talking about for your live or your content? I'm assuming you're talking about live stream. Your live. Okay. How long were you doing your live? You're like zero. I mean, if that's what you're saying. I mean, it sounds like maybe it was restricted. Did you promote your live? What does that look like for you to promote your live before going live and stuff? And then what do you normally get? I will say this just to kind of, I guess, normalize what's been happening. It has been happening where views are lower, views are not, for whatever reason, TikTok is not promoting. Um, how long have you been going live inspired? Like maybe I got a couple questions. Maybe I should said I got a violation 4 days ago. Yeah. Then yeah. You might hello friend, how are you? Thank you so much for saying hello. Appreciate you on the YouTube. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the live and let us know if you have any questions. Um that's probably it. The violation is probably it. Did you appeal it? Did you appeal it? That's the first question. And then because of that, you probably are in timeout to a certain extent, for lack of a better word, for usually violations. If there's something like that, it will last 5 to 7 days, depending on what's going on. I was told when you do a live, if my kids are in it, I will get kicked off TikTok. Is that true? Yes, it is somewhat true. I'm a strong believer in do not have kids in your life. You hear my little guy's sweet little voice every now and then when he is trying to come in a room and talking to mommy, but you never see him on the screen. You never see him on the screen. I'm a strong believer. You do not want that smoke. So yes, if you can keep kids out of your life, I would definitely say that is in your best interest. Yes, yes, they said 7 days. So yeah, so you're in a timeout. That's what you're experiencing. So what's happened is you technically, I thought you couldn't even go live. So you're able to push the button, or you're pushing the button and 0 people are showing up. And I guess that's what's happening because of that restriction. Hello, Holly Q. How you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? Hey, let me know, Vibe Wellness Woman. are we gonna connect at 1? Because okay, so guys, let me say this out loud. Vibe Wellness woman wanted me to let me know. Well, let me know first. Are we going to do 1 o'clock? I mean, 11 o'clock my time would be 8 o'clock your time. Let me know. She wanted me to come to her live, so we were going to do a co-host thing. So I was going to share the room. Yes, we are going to give it a try. There we go, friend. Okay. So and let me know. I'm just doing my regular spiel. Was I saying something specifically beyond engage and how to engage? Let me know because I know she was sharing that she had a lot of newbies. I have done this before. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. How you doing? Just fabulous. I appreciate you coming in too, friend. Regular spill on how to engage. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I did this before for somebody else. Portia, she comes in every now and then as well. And D Ray, how are you, friend? And so I did it for her, and essentially she had her people that were not always engaging. So she does get some engagement, but they needed to know how to properly engage. So she wanted it to be an educational experience for them as well. um, and so yes, that's the biggest thing. Shoot, what do I do again? You know what? So I am gonna try to lead it. Let's see. So if you were live at the time, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm gonna click the host button. So theoretically, we'll see if this works. Polish is how I found you. Yes, awesome, G Ray. Awesome. Thank you for coming by, friend. Um, I'm gonna click the host button. And what should happen is that my friends I should be able to see my friends that are live and essentially send you an invite for us to co-host together. So that should be how it works. You're gonna get that white box that pops up that's gonna say Dr. Lisa wants to join your room, and you're gonna accept. I think that's what you should see happen. So we'll see if it play out like that. If it doesn't, then good morning, Ray. How are you, friend? If it doesn't, then we will figure it out. We'll see what happens. Tanya, thank you so much. And I'm going to try to be punctual. Somebody in the chat, if you're going to be with me for a minute, keep me honest. Got it. Okay, going in a few minutes. Awesome. Keep me honest and say, Dr. Lisa, it's 11 o'clock because I'm supposed to be going over there at 11. So, like 36 minutes from now. So, that's what I'm supposed to do. So, I want to make sure I don't miss my call time. But I will be in Bob Wellness room, her room, and just see how everything is going, connecting with her community. And what should happen? So here's the deal, guys. This will be fun. Yes, we're gonna test this out. So what should happen is we'll do some engagement. I will come over, share about how to engage. We'll have a split screen where we have the two rooms set up. I probably will get off live after I finish with Vibe Wellness Woman. And so you all are welcome to just stay and connect with her. She has a great room. She is talking about helping women over, I don't want to mess up the age group because I say different ages. It's like, no, I go younger than that. I think you said 35 last time, maybe 40. It's anywhere between 35 and 40 where you understand how you can do self-care, how you can think about your body, and how you can support your mental, physical, emotional health. And so she has a great topic. Put it in the chat for me. Everybody who's a live host, put it in the chat because I'm probably not giving you full justice on all the scope and things that you do in your life. But she is a great engaging person too. So you want to definitely connect with her. That's Vibe Wellness Woman. That's everybody in this room. I'll just say that first of all, first and foremost. Yes, today the focus is on self-care plans for diabetes and high cholesterol. Look at you. Okay, okay. Love that. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, you definitely want to connect with her as you're thinking about just overall physical health too, and any kind of health concerns. So yes, so you're more than welcome to stay in that room too. So we'll keep it going. Thank you so much, friends on the YT Connected. I appreciate you all. And so really quickly, what I typically do, let me just say this, as you know already that I do the co-stream. And so if you want to connect with Yes Michelle Crochet, she's in the chat. I have a couple people over there that are asking about how to grow their community, how to get more subscribers. That is exactly what we're doing. We're trying to grow both of these channels. Her channel, my channel, I think, Yes Michelle, she is right under 25 people before she gets to that nice milestone of 1,000 subscribers. That is one of the metrics, milestone metrics that is out there for you, for the YT in terms of 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours will get you to the point where you can have ad revenue added to your videos. So you get that level of monetization. But in the meantime, she's a great person, great coach. If you have questions, you want to ask her in terms of how to grow your channel, how to optimize it. And then if you subscribe to our channels, we will subscribe to yours as well. Okay. And so you just want to make sure you're doing that. Yes, this is a professional room. So yeah, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Central. Fashion accessories, beauty and inspired, glow up. Yes, yes, I love that. How do we become a coach? How do you become a coach? How do you Said Candy, let me answer that question. How do you become a coach, or how do I become a coach? What do you mean by coach? What do you mean, friend? Let me make sure I answer that question in its fullness, because I think that's what you're asking. Like, how do you make sure you understand TikTok, YouTube? Let me know what you meant. And then if you guys, like I said, if you guys have questions, I'm happy to answer questions also in the box. So if you want to come up and just kind of get a better way to connect and just verbalize your question, I'm totally fine with that as well. We will connect and grow. Make sure you are liking the live. Make sure you are sharing the live. So if you press the screen down, press my nose or glasses with your finger, the middle of the screen, it will pop up your followers, your supporters. You can send the live out to those people too. So it's another way to get people in the room, and we can connect and grow that way as well. I am sharing my own live out. I appreciate you all supporting the live, and then as you thank you so much for sharing the live out. Inspired digital check. Let me know. Did I finish answering your question? I think we closed with the fact that you just need to make sure that you are managing within this violation period. So I think that's mainly what's going on for your account. You want to make sure that you are able to get access afterwards. Hopefully, was that the violation where kids was in the video and that's what they said was a no-no? What exactly was the violation for? And then just make sure that you don't do it any further. Like I said, my son, I don't let him in the videos at all. Kids are precocious, they do little things, and you are supposed to be able to have. I mean, the rule is it has to be with an adult, 18 years or older. Um, but again, I just don't do it. I don't do it. I would just say, because they're so innocent. And they'll say something or do something, and the next thing you know, TikTok's like, well, the AI, because it's a computer, is hearing something and it's misinterpreting. Okay, so you just got to be careful like that. I could join and talk about my today's struggles. What's that? What's going on, Heart and Joy? What happened? Let me make sure. What's the struggle for today? Let me know what question you got. I'm happy to have you up though. Let me know if you want to send an invite, or if I clicked product links by mistake, and they said I didn't promote the products, but it wasn't. Oh, the stand store. Okay, yeah. I can. Let me invite you. Inspired Digital. Yes. Yeah, you got to be careful with the shop. You got to be careful, because I think what you're saying is that maybe you turned on or activated the shopping cart, and they thought you were doing a shoppable live, and that's not what you were trying to do. You weren't. That wasn't the intention. And they were like, oh, pin products. You haven't pinned products. You're not showing products, but it shows as if you have products in your cart and you're supposed to be doing a shop. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. There was a glitch that happened. I'm gonna call it a glitch, because there was multiple people. Nika Grace, how you doing, friend? There was multiple people that came into my live and shared that they hadn't even done anything, and it was saying that they had products in the cart. So yeah, that does happen. So I would definitely send, maybe even if you go to your personal, your profile, click the three lines, settings and privacy, and report a problem, and just see if you can report it so that a human can look at what happened, so that they know that it wasn't your intent, and maybe the live itself added some things there, or whatever the case may be, and it wasn't supposed to happen that way. Thank you so much. How you doing, Sassy? Appreciate y'all coming in. Heart and Joy, I'm adding you now, friend. I'm connecting you. Thank you so much. Let me change my view. How are you doing, friend? Let's see. Let's switch the view. Hello. How do I make it to close the echo? The second voice. What you mean? So you're saying you want the video on? Yeah, the video's off. It's off. That's totally fine. I see heart and joy, and I hear you clearly, so you are perfectly fine.
Okay, that's good. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. And yourself?
I'm trying to put a meal together because I didn't really have time.
That's okay.
I was stressed with this thing today. Like I tried yesterday, I tried with Wise. Today I tried with Revolut. I don't know. Turkey is a whole different country.
Yes, yes. So Stan Store is giving you the flux. So Stan is available in Turkey, and you're not able to do the payroll.
Yeah, like it's working.
Oh, the payment
I
system.
try. I set it up with Stripe,
Mm-hmm.
and then the payment method. That was the struggle because I couldn't use PayPal. I couldn't make one here. Then after, I don't know. It was so many things I tried today. So like in between kids, I come again to this one and read. So much reading I've done. And then after, I managed. I'm so grateful. I managed. And then I uploaded my digital product because I'm a homeschooler. So I made a homeschooling planner for 2025, 2026. And I'll be promoting that. But what I'm interested is, you once said that if you want to promote and if you want to get like, was it you? I think it was you. So I just finished now this thing that I was doing, and I've seen you live. I say, okay, I gotta see what's going on.
Okay. So what's the trouble now? So you said you.
So many things.
So you said you have it working though.
Yeah, it said it's live. And it said it's. I uploaded the product, and I think everything is fine now.
Okay.
But the other thing that I was interested in finding out is, do I have to create another account? Because my account now is like daily life, food, and things like that. Be religious because I'm Muslim. So then, do I have to create another account, or should I keep this account, maybe delete the videos and make it into this, what you call digital marketing thing?
Let me see something. How many followers do you have? Let's see what's going on with your account. Okay, 2,900. No.
Way more than following.
Yeah. So that's good though. 20, almost 3,000. So yes, I would, if this is what your intent is to do, is have the focus on homeschooling, helping people understand the importance of doing that. Maybe some tools, like you said, a planner to help organize for the next upcoming school year. If that's the way you're going to shift your content, then yeah, by all means you can do that. You might have to change your brand, make sure that your live sessions you're talking to that particular audience, and then you can create another page that focuses on your other content. And you can,
Okay.
so that's the way I would do it. And you wouldn't delete, you would just private those videos.
Oh, okay. So I like to keep the views, right?
Yes. So you need to private them because the views will stay.
Okay. So like, do I have to be like within this niche because I uploaded this planner? Do I have to continue uploading planners and like trackers? Because I did make one coloring book, and I did make like summer drinks recipe book, which I'm really proud of. I love it.
So it just depends on who's your target audience. So I assumed your target audience, and this is just based off the planner conversation, would be people who are homeschooling. So parents that need strategies and tips for homeschooling.
Yeah, like moms like myself.
Mhm. So yeah, so I mean, if that's what you're gonna base your content on, you're talking to that audience. You want to make sure that you're offering, maybe you're right, it's educational resources, it's resources to make the day go smoothly when you think about all the things that are happening with your kiddos at home. You got to have a lunch, and making sure that they have physical activities, crafts, planning out their day. And so your planner becomes part of that strategy. When you're talking to them, it becomes a solution. So I would make sure my content is talking to them and they're intentionally seeing you as a resource. Okay. So just keep your audience in mind. Here, keep your audience in mind. Keep you as if your audience is a reflection of what you do from a day to day basis with your kids at home and how you homeschool them. That's who you're talking to. That's who your content is geared towards. Okay. All right.
So when I do my lives, how should I do them? Like promote my product or
Well, yes. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to drive them to your stand store. At some point, you're going to have to share, what solutions you have available as you're talking about, being a schooling parent. So yeah, at some point you're gonna have to do that. Typically, you want to give value in your live, and then at some point you're gonna pivot and share. Like, here's because of everything I shared and gave you tips and strategies. Make sure you grab my solution, my planner, in my stand store. Let me show you where it's at. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to promote it.
yeah.
And you could even do video content about it. I mean, post about it to say, hey guys, here's something that's going to help make your day a lot easier using this planner. One thing I do all the time is plan out my day and maybe do a video of you actually using the planner and showing people how that is helping you with your organization and structure for your kids as a homeschooling parent. So yeah, so your content should reflect that. Your live, you should talk about it as well. Doesn't have to be a big segment, but at some point, you definitely want to let people know that it's there for them. Okay.
Okay, yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you. And hello, baby. Bye bye.
Bye.
Awesome, awesome, everybody. Hello, friends. Come on in, Miss Darlene, Miss Dion. I saw y'all come in. I saw everybody joining the live. Appreciate you all coming in. Let me know if there's any other questions. I appreciate you guys coming up. We did this the last couple of days, so I appreciate you guys coming up and chatting. Want to make sure I'm answering questions. TikTok gave us a flash goal as well, which are the roses. Because sometimes TikTok gives us that daily heart mate, and y'all come in and y'all already do it. So y'all understand the assignment. Thank you all for coming in, getting that heart me or the heart puff in the heart me. Thank you so much, Deanna. I saw you. Hello, hello, Miss Darlene. I see yours as well. Thank you for sharing out the live and the other mother too. I appreciate you. Hello, friend. How are you? You said this is good information. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. So again, because I talk about, so this is my level up conversation. So I so appreciate you, Heart and Joy, for coming in, asking questions. Because this is my level up conversation, I want to make sure you guys are thinking very intentionally about when you go live, who you're talking to. Okay, your product should reflect the solutions that you want for your target audience. So I tell you all the time, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. You're talking to people who want to hear your message. And so if you're talking to people who want to hear your message, then you got to make sure your message is directed towards them. And so as you're thinking, and that's just like a real great example of Heart Joy being a stay-at-home mom. She's homeschooling. Her audience are going to be people who are stay-at-home moms. She said people like me. So stay-at-home moms, and they are helping their kids throughout the day, and they're also their teachers essentially because they're educating their kids by homeschooling them. So recognizing that in the course of a day, from the moment you wake up throughout the day, there is elements of your day that is going to be very relatable to your audience. And so how do you make sure that you're bringing that value? Maybe there's tips and strategies in terms of, again, how you're organizing your day. So hence your planner is a tool that is helping to plan and organize things. Or maybe it's tips and strategies to help think intentionally about meal prep, meal planning for your kids, how they're thinking about each subject matter in new, unique, and creative ways. So if there's some tips and strategies you give for, okay, how you're engaging your younger kids versus the older ones. And so again, that's your audience and that's your topic. So you want to bring it to a point where they can understand and relate to you. So everybody when you're doing your live, you want to always put your audience at the center of your live stream so that as you're talking and sharing examples or stories, hello Dee Dee, appreciate your friend, that it's going to resonate with your audience. That's essentially how this is going to be successful for you. You're talking to your audience. Okay. And then with the algorithm, you want to make sure you're giving the keywords, you're saying things that matter to them based on the demographic, the psychographic, which is, again, I always say that because I want to make sure you understand you're talking to them based on what their passions are, what their interests are, what are the things they value. And then you're talking to them based on their pain points. So, again, based on your audience, you know the things that are a struggle for them. And so when you come up with, for example, the planner to help stay-at-home moms, homeschooling moms organize and plan out for the next calendar year, you know that that is a thing. That's something that you have to be very intentional about with structure, organization, because things can easily get derailed if you don't have that organization. So recognizing that that is a pain point, how do you then talk about that pain point with your audience during your lives? Okay, friends. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. I see the popular vote. Appreciate you being here. So that you guys know, we got 18 minutes. 18 minutes. We are going to visit our friend, Vibe Wellness Woman, in her room. I'm going to send her a co host invite. She asked me to have a conversation with her live room about thinking very intentional about their engagement. So we're going to talk about engagement strategy. I'm going to make sure that I'm offering support and guidance to her community. And if I recall correctly, I can't see the chat anymore, but she said the topic today was about self-care, especially for people who are dealing with, I think it was high cholesterol and diabetes. I think those were the two subjects that she was going to tackle. Thank you so much. Just fabulous. Great topic to talk about. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. So we'll go over there. We're going to visit with our friend. We'll talk about engagement. And if you are not, if you're new to my room and you don't understand the blue boxes, the orange daily heart me, how, of course, I'm great. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. Good morning, everybody. How you doing, Dee Dee? If you don't understand any of that, you let me know if you have questions, especially my friends who are new to the room and you're trying to figure out what happens in a live room from a viewer. Like you're trying to figure all this out. Can you talk about identifying your target audience? Ooh. You're talking about how to identify your target audience? I'm happy to do that. Let's talk about that. You said, hold on one second. The other mother too. I have created journals for mothers and fathers. I should be talking to this group. Yes, friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. So here's the deal. Yeah, if you have products or a solution, that's what it's called, essentially a solution for your target audience, then for a certain demographic, maybe I should say that, then you want to talk to that demographic. You want to talk to that audience. That should be your target audience. So a couple things. Here's some strategies for identifying your target audience. So I think that's what you're asking, Nika Grace. A couple things you want to do. Okay. First of all, well, the very, very first thing you need to do is produce content. You got to produce content. If you do not have content, and I say that, and I say that because there are people sitting here right now that don't have a lot of content or have not produced content that is relevant to their target audience. So that's going to be the first thing. I was thinking I am understanding what to do. I think I am. Yes. So that's going to be number one. Number one, you got to have content. Content that is going to relate to your target audience. Number two, you're going to also look at content that is of interest to your target audience, that is of interest to your topic and your niche. Okay, I could go I could go a multitude of ways. Yes, but you're talking about in terms of what your audience is or who's your target audience. True, you could. You could. Thank you, Bello. Bello, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Luna. How are you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining as well. You could go a multitude of ways. There is a school of thought that says, okay, if you have, again, I always say, if you have my topic, your content, your audience, yes. My niche is dogs. Suggestions there. Let me circle back. Let me give me 1 second because yes, I mean it just depends on what you're. Yeah, you can definitely niche down in terms of animals and dogs specifically. Um, Nika Grace, basically, when it comes to your topic, at some point, there's going to be an overall niche that you're going to talk to. Maybe it's relationships, maybe it's lifestyle, maybe it is travel, maybe it is finance, maybe it is, um, I don't know, humor. You know, at some point, you're going to have to come up with a general category that you want to focus on. Then I would say, um, you said that that's challenging, not sure what to zoom in on. Um, Then I would say once you hone in on a general category, then make sure that there's topics under that category. Here's what I will say, and I won't have time today to talk about it. Maybe I can use a little time at my 4 o'clock. If you look at my stand store, there's the Chat GPT guide. I have a couple different prompts. That has helped a lot of people just kind of identify what are different topics, what are different niche ideas they can leverage for their live stream. So you'll see the one that says the Chat GPT is pretty much a Chat GPT guide using AI, using that particular tool to help you hone in. And I have a couple of different prompts, and there's about 20 different prompts, but essentially trying to help use that to help you think about very intentionally your niche, your target topic, and your target audience. So again, the demographic, psychographic, and pain points of that audience. I realize could focus on any of them, like to focus on all and be myself, but doesn't seem. I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. That it helps you kind of hone in exactly on what to talk about for algorithm. Yes, for the algorithm. Yeah. So you're saying if you're being all over the place, doesn't seem like it's going to be helpful for the algorithm. Now, again, there's people who are very creative in terms of being your authentic self. So I'm not telling you not to be yourself, but oftentimes you do want to have an overarching topic or niche that you fall under, and then have topics that help guide the discussion. So when people stop and come to your live, they're like, oh, I want to come to their live because they're talking to me. I feel like I can relate to this person. I'm interested in what they have to share. Okay, so I think there's something to be said about being very, um, to a certain extent, being very specific about how you are guiding that conversation. So people say, well, when people swiping through, they're like, okay, I'm going to stop and listen to this person. I like how they're making this all make sense for me. So I transitioned from dogs into a different area. So if you're so when it comes to pets and animals, well, dogs in particular, it just depends on what type of dogs you have. Large animals, large dogs, small dogs. Are you dealing with so pets are really big on TikTok. A lot of people in the pet community, they go to lives because they may want tips and strategies for managing their dogs, or they want to hear from you in terms of how your dogs may be at different stages in life. So maybe that's something you can talk about. Or if your dogs are doing some things that are really creative and interesting, and like how did you go about getting your dogs to do that? So again, it just depends on your topic and what's happening with your animals. Hello, how you doing, Black Lotus? Appreciate you being here. Um, but so yeah, you could, if you don't mind adding more, but it just depends. I mean, if you again use Chat GPT and say, okay, I have animals of this type of breed or this type of size, and here's some of the things that I would like to know. Here's some of the things that they're doing. What are different topics I can talk about in the live stream? So that's an easy prompt from Chat. Uh, this is my personal page. Our business page focuses on that kind of what this space is for myself. Oh, I sound like I need a therapy session about this kind of too. Let me know if you wanna just connect with me on in the DM and we can chat about it some more. And if you wanna do a one-on-one, we can do that as well. Also, I have years and years in police 911 dispatch and public safety could be a way to go. Interesting. You got some stories. Yeah. Yeah, you could. You absolutely could. There's stories there, friend. That would be great storytelling. I told you guys I went to a webinar yesterday talking about agencies and how they're so important because, oh, I do. I know you do. How they can be great so TikTok wants to scale. I told you this yesterday. They want to scale people going live. They realize though they don't have enough people to actually Okay, we're almost at the end of our flash goal. If you haven't sent a rose, please send a rose. But yeah, so they realize there's not a lot of people who have gone live before, or if they do go live, then maybe they didn't have a good experience, or maybe they are still nervous and scared and shy about it, or maybe if with the proper coaching and guidance and stuff, they will click the go live button and they'll be consistent in going live. So they're looking at scaling agencies because of that and having more to support creators, just like many of the people in this room. I say that because one of the biggest areas, and we talked about this yesterday, and I had you guys guess, but I'll just say it really quickly. One of the biggest areas that they see as when they look at all the people who are going live, the biggest category is it's not music, it's not gaming, it's not even those interactive lives. When you think about someone who's doing maybe some type of, I don't know, crocheting or some other type of activity, it's actually the conversations. It's the conversation. So when I think about somebody like, you're talking about police dispatch work that you did for years, and you come here and have those conversations and do a story time, or you share some tips and strategies for people to be aware of, and maybe it's a public safety conversation, or maybe you're saying what are some of the funniest things that you've experienced over the years, and you're jotting those down. That is going to bring your audience in. People are going to say, I want to sit with her because I like the story she's sharing. Thank you so much, Trisha. I see you. I appreciate your friend. You said, Dr. Lisa, we're going to get you your roses. I need one more rose, y'all. Appreciate your friend. You said, I'm going to go out and get a new account. Let's go, guys. Two more to meet the goal. Thank you so much. I'll grab a rose. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you. Yay, we did it. TikTok. Thank you, everybody. You said I gave you two or three. Well, you know what? It's one per person. That's what happens with the flash goal. Flash goal is one per person. So TikTok, gets to TikToking. That's what I'm saying. TikTok does its own thing. It's like, oh, flash goal. So yes, thank you so much, friends. How you doing, Lady BB? Appreciate you being here. So yes, the other thing, Nika Grace, I was gonna share this. The other thing I will say is that Dr. Lisa, this is my new page. Please follow Shay Sprays. What's the difference, friend? What let me know what happened. Shay Sprays. Let me make sure you're not an imposter. Are you why did you get a new page? Let me understand. I'm intrigued now because I don't know if you got an imposter out there, friend. Same name, same bio. Is somebody copying you? Let me know. Are we dealing with an impersonator in the room? So what I will say is, other thing you want to do, produce content, because I think that was the question I was asking about. How do you know your followers and your target audience? Make sure you produce content and then engage with other people's content, especially based on the topic or the target audience you're looking for, the type of things that audience will be looking to engage in and watch. So as you're doing that, hello friend, appreciate you all being here. As you're doing that, go into this home screen, search for your topic, target audience. Maybe it's parents, or maybe it is dog lovers of certain breed. You fill in the blank to say, okay, what is the topic? Who is the target audience that I'm looking for? You put that in the search bar. Hello, hello, how you doing, friend? You put that in the search bar, and then any content, I tell you all the time, content that is what I consider viral worthy content, um, meaning that it had a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. Go into those comments. Make sure you watch those videos all the way through, because that's going to inform your feed, your For You feed. But then go into those comments and engage with those people too, because that'll drive people to your page. And so then you kind of get a sense of what other people are looking at. So that's going to help you get a better sense of how your target audience is connecting with that type of content as well. Come on, do a live here. You said, come on, do a live, and here you are. Really? Are you doing a live now? How are you doing, friend? Adrian with Ruth. Rooted for, let's see, it's not showing me. Rooted for Kara. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Um, Let me know if you're new to my room. Let me know as well because I want to make sure I am connected with all of you. We are gonna go in like 4 minutes. We're gonna go on a field trip, y'all. We're gonna go on a field trip. We're gonna go with a Vibe Wellness Woman. Going live now while I am motivated. There we go, friend. Here to run and walk the dogs. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Yes, we are going on a field trip, okay? So we're going to take our show on the road. Appreciate you all coming in. And we're going to take it. How you doing, Dee? Take it over to Vibe Wellness Room, her room, Vibe Wellness Woman room. And she's going to be talking about self-care as you think about coping and other suggestions surrounding diabetes and high cholesterol. So that's her topic. But what she wanted me to do was kind of, I'm going to co host to talk about engagement. Okay, so I'm co hosting to talk about engagement. Dee, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Come in and definitely engage, my friends. Let me know if you guys have other questions because we got about 3 minutes. I told her I was going to try to be on time. So I am watching the clock. But if you have a good question, go ahead and let me know. I want to make sure you guys are doing whatever you need to do to start going live. Okay, that's the goal. Go live, get going, get committed to the process. Recognize that as you grow and as you're coming here, connected with your community, they're going to connect back. Okay, so but you want to be intentional about what you're saying and who you're talking to. All right. That's going to be key. Diamond, I see your friend coming on in. Appreciate your friend. Appreciate all the support. And just so that you guys know what I'm about to do, I always tell you everything I do. So I'm going to press the co host button. Matter of fact, let me just take a look right now just to see if she is showing up in my feed. What I'm going to do, yes, she does show up in my feed. What I'm going to do is press the co host button. And because I'm pressing the co host button, I'm going to send her an invite. And when I send her an invite, it should allow me to, if she accepts my invite, should allow us to do like a split screen like we did a little while ago with Heart and Joy. So you should see a split screen. And literally you guys are still in my room and she has her people in her room. If you tap her photo, if you tap her screen while you're in the live, you can actually join her live. You can say, I think it says watch now, or it gives you a message that you can go over to that room. So you literally can go over to that room. I'll stay on. I'm going to do this for about 20-30 minutes where I'm talking over there and we're connecting. And I'm going to end my live essentially. But you're welcome to go over to her. So that's what I'm saying. Where's your stand store in the bio? Hey, Fred, how are you? My stand store, thank you for asking. My stand store, if you click my photo up here, click my image, my mini profile pops up. If you click my image again, hello. You click my image again, I'm going to show you guys real quick because that's what I want to make sure you guys get whatever resources you need. If you click my image again, it will take you to my full profile. Give me 30 seconds because I want to make sure I pull it up for you all. I usually do a quick show and tell. So you guys are not, so you're not confused about it. So here, really quickly, I'm gonna flip my camera so you guys can see it. And so if you click my profile, like I said, up top, where it says Dr. Lisa, you'll click that, and then you click that photo twice, it takes you to my profile page. So you can literally see, this is me real time on the live, I'm on the live screen, and it says it right here in my bio. So you can click underneath my bio, it has the stand store link. Okay, so that's how you would get to it. Okay, and then in there's one-on-ones you can collect. You're welcome, friend. One-on-ones, there's my other products as well. So all that is in there. So feel free to do that. I appreciate you all joining today too. So we're about to go over. You all can follow from here, but if you want, tap her side to go to her live and drop heart me. Yes. I went live at a concert yesterday. However, I accidentally picked the wrong category. Oops. What happened? So what you mean when you picked the wrong category? You got in trouble with TikTok? What happened? what was the category you picked? Maybe we need to know that if you saying oops. What happened? All right, friends, we're gonna go over to Vibe Wellness Woman's room real quick. I'm gonna send her an invite and see if it works. This will be interesting. Yay, it worked!
Perfectly. Now, I just had another food bar where I pushed the wrong button and somebody else popped up. I don't know who it was. I was like, oh my God, I got to find a way to take you down. She's one of my regular followers, too. I felt bad because I would have kept her up. I said, but I got to take her down because Dr. Lisa is on the way.
Awesome, awesome, friend. I love this. So now let me say this out loud. In all honestly, I have never actually pressed that invite button. I've never done it before. So that was a first for me. The times I've battled, I've done. People have done it for me on my side, so I've never had to press it.
Okay, so now you know when you press that invite button, somebody random, probably one of your regular followers, is going to come up. Okay, so I'm gonna. I don't know if they know that the invite's coming up or not. Hi, is it Negrassi? I think it's Negrassi and Kelly and Cortina. Thank you so much for joining us. It's great having you here today. What is Dr. Lisa doing here? Now, I've mentioned Dr. Lisa before in this room, and I explained earlier, I am a learn room. So people who come here usually come to learn about whatever my topic is. In fact, I invite my following from Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all to come over here to learn, to get this information. And they may not be regular TikTok users or they're just not into it. So I asked if Dr. Lisa could come by and give you some information on how to engage. Because I feel funny saying engage, 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 engage. I do talk about it, do the daily heartbeat also, and you may not even know what I'm talking about because it's not my expertise to explain all this. So I invited Dr. Lisa, if she could stop by and explain to you how to have a great time on this app and also tell you a little bit about what she does as well. We're almost there. Our life goal has almost been achieved. We're very, very
Nice.
close. Thank you so much. So I'm going to hand it over to you. Oh, yay! We made it. I'm going
Awesome.
to hand it over to you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Vibe Wellness Woman. I appreciate you having me join your live. So, I shared with my room just kind of what to expect in terms of coming over and co-hosting. So that's essentially what's happening. So my room is my followers that are currently in the live, and then we have Wellness Woman, her followers in her live. And so essentially, let me say this first of all. So I'm going to do this, and then if you want to click Vibe Wellness Woman's screen, you actually can join her live. So that's another way for you to continue the conversation, continue to engage with her. So as you are in a live, so what I am a TikTok live host. We all are. And at this time, I always let people know, kind of manage your expectations. When you are in a live room, okay, you are coming in to engage with someone's live, so you're coming there for their education. So like Wellness Woman said, she's a learn room, I'm a learn room. So you're coming to the room for education, entertainment, or inspiration. Those are like the three categories that are kind of the overarching categories for TikTok live streams. Then as a viewer, the viewer, you are here to support the live. So you're watching, which is great, but you also want to engage, okay? That tells TikTok, first of all, from these TikTok universe, that you are actively participating, that you are encouraging, you like the experience, and then it shows because you might take your finger and like the live. So as you're tapping and watching someone, you can like the live. And if you tap the screen, typically, like right now, I'm tapping lower in the chat so you can like the live that way. Okay? So that's a way to show support. It's free support when you do that. I tell people all the time, when you come into someone's live room, essentially you are committing to being in a relationship. Okay, this relationship takes all three of us, and it is a threesome. So it is TikTok, you, and me. Okay, we all work together. And as a live host, so I'm the live host in this room. By Wellness Woman is the live host in her room. So you guys are all here together. And if you are not doing your part, then you get kicked out of the room or the bed, depending on what the threesome is. Okay, so just recognize that it is all about you engaging. So a couple things you want to do when you come into someone's room. There's two things that you want to keep in mind. You can essentially follow the live host. So if you click that person's photo in the top right corner, click their name, you'll see their mini profile pops up. You can follow them, or essentially follow them. You also want to pay attention to a couple things that's there, because I always say look at the gift gallery, look at their subscriptions. There's some other things that you can do to actively become a supporter of that live. So I'm going to talk about those two things a little later. But again, when you click that image of theirs, that's where you can follow them. Okay. The other way you can provide support, following them, is free support. That's easy enough to do. The other thing you want to do when you first come in is click the heart plus next to their name. That's called the daily heart me. Okay, so that daily heart me is where you become part of a fan. Essentially, they just changed the name. I'm not a big fan of the name fan club, because I think it's a connotation surrounding being a celebrity. And at the end of the day, I see us as a family. I see us as we're working together. We're in a relationship, so we're part of a team. So you want to make sure that you are participating actively by clicking that daily heart me, and you then are allowed to send fan club gifts. You can also level up. So that's what that orange heart means. So you are able to level up and grow as you participate and come back to that live on a daily basis. And so as you're growing in your level, you'll see notches next to people's hearts that show that they've leveled up, that they've grown, and you go up to level 5 with your engagement in the fan club as well. So you got points that you can use and you want to claim. And so when you click the Daily Heart Me for the first time, a box is going to pop up. And you want to make sure that you are adding a comment. So they're actually teaching you how to be a good fan, okay? To be a good participant. So you are able to share out the live so that more people are supporting the live. You're able to put comments in, you get points for that. You're getting points for your engagement. And then TikTok also gives you points for how you give. So let me go back a second. I want to make sure that I explained something really thoroughly for all of you. Thank you all for coming into the live. I see your friends. Come on in. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to Diamond Taylor. She came over from your room. Thank you so much for the support. And she found out there was somebody else that came in, and she found out, oh, I'm already following you. So thanks for the support from Dr. Lisa's room.
Awesome. Awesome. And then I'm going to answer comments in a second, because I've seen your comments in, Jen. So don't fret. I'll answer your question in a second. Okay, so let me go back a step. So I just shared how when you come into some rooms, you're automatically going to either follow the live host or click the daily heart me. Those are the first two things you want to do. I want you to see something for me real quick, especially my new people who've never noticed this before. If you look in the right corner, there's a number of people in the rooms. If you click, and then there's usually two people that will sit not right next to that, circled with their image, their number of engagement. But if you click the number in the room, I always want you guys to know how to get information. You see who are the top viewers, the top engagers in the room, because they have points next to them. And these are people who are commenting, liking, and gifting primarily. Those are the main three that you will get points for because of your engagement. Watching as well, but those usually rank lower. It is the other things that you're doing, the whole compilation of things that you're doing that allow you to level up and get more points. The other thing I want to point out is if you click that question mark in the corner of the number of people in the room, there's a question mark. It actually tells you how to become a top viewer. So it speaks to getting likes, liking a live, you get points for that. Commenting, you get points for that. So you get 3 points for every 10 minutes that you like the live. You get 3 points for every 10 minutes that you comment. So when you are in a live, people are asking you to engage and comment because you're getting points for that. So you want to be an active participant. You want to ask questions. You want to engage back. You want to be conversational, essentially, in your comments. So you might be affirming what the live host is saying. You may be adding some other anecdotes to just make sure that the conversation is flowing, or answering questions. So you want to be intentional with your comments, just like you want to be intentional with tapping and sharing the live. Okay? Sharing the live is important too. That's the arrow below. And that arrow is where, again, you're able to share it out to your followers so you can bring more people into the room. Okay? So you want to do that also. Go
Okay,
ahead.
quick question. Because this is one of the things I wanted to say, but I wasn't too sure in talking with people. For people who aren't live hosts, okay, they just come to TikTok to learn and maybe to shop. What's the benefit of getting these points?
So, a couple things that happens as part of their engagement strategy. So, if you're wanting the most out of your experience for TikTok, again, it goes back to the whole concept of being a fan. Okay, so it's a way for. I always give the connection to, like, if you go to a sporting event or go to a music concert, you want to be the fan in the crowd in the stands, and you're cheering your team on. You're cheering your favorite musician on. You are engaging in the experience in a way that is showing support. So part of it is that TikTok is tracking partially for you as a viewer and then you as a live host to know who are your top viewers, your top fans, your top engagers. So you see in real time who's doing that because they have you said I want to be on the jumbotron. I love that. um, you see in real time what they're doing because they have either the orange heart or the blue box. People who don't have an orange heart or blue box, then essentially not that they're not engaging because they're watching, and maybe they're hearting a little bit, but they are not fully engaging because they haven't done the necessary steps to make sure that they got that heart me or they got the blue box to become a blue box high engager. So let me talk about that because you need coins. So part of it is that you need coins. Part of it is that you're doing it because of your overall experience. Part of it is that you are allowing TikTok to know that you're actively participating in the live experience and you're able to gift, you're able to support the live. And because you're doing that level of engagement, people will then connect with you because I just showed you the top people in the room who are high engagers. Then if you're part of that top of the list, then people are going to connect with you. And then when it comes to your content, these are people who will ultimately become your followers. And then when it comes to your content, they'll engage back with your content and you'll engage back with their content. That's how essentially how this ecosystem works. It works with being a good viewer, being a great live host, being a great content creator, and then creating community where people want to engage with that content, want to engage with your live, want you as a viewer to also get support with your content. And then ultimately, if you go live, you get support with your live. See how Hughes just said, see how I come in, I comment, I start sharing, liking the live, very demure, very mindful. I know about the demure part, because I know you. Yes, and that's the way, that's exactly what you do. You come into the live and you share out the live, you comment right away, you go in and get your daily heartbeat, and then you start the tapping and commenting from time to time when there's something that you're really excited about. And I want to say something else. For those of you who come to my room on a regular basis, and I give a lot of information. Like today, we're talking about high cholesterol, and we're talking about diabetes, which we're going to go back to, and lots of note taking, supposedly. But if you subscribe, you get all of those notes so that you can fully engage and comment and ask questions and things like that. Sometimes it's hard to do all of that, but if you're a subscriber, then you have to worry about that. You get the notes right away. In my room, I'm using it for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. And in that time, I probably give you about 10 pages worth of notes and things in terms of things that are going to, I hope, save your life or change your life in terms of health. So, it's so cute. So what you want to do is consider subscribing so you don't have to worry about taking the notes. And then that way, you can be more involved. You can go ahead and talk to people, ask questions. So I just wanted to put that in there. Go ahead. Awesome. Awesome. So yes, you definitely want to become a viewer that is actively engaged and then getting the most from the experience through being a subscriber too. So you're taking advantage of those subscriber benefits. That is awesome. So what I will share to get the blue box or the orange heart, you got to have coins in your account. So again, and I share this just in full transparency. This is a TikTok ecosystem, or economy rather. And so when you think about this economy, TikTok is saying, okay, if you want to have the most from this experience, you're gonna have to put a little bit more in to making sure that you can have the most out of it. Okay, so just think about it from that perspective. Um, and so as you are, you said our tabs are pitiful today. That's okay. No, you know what though?
to try to support. And the same thing is going on with them too. I don't know what it is, but that's okay. We're here, rain or shine, right, Dr.
Yeah,
Lisa?
that's it. That's it. You just keep showing up. Keep showing up. Yeah, TikTok is being interesting in this month of June. I've seen this, and I will say it happened after that latest update. So I don't know. I'm gonna
Yes,
share
I
that the
was
update. Yeah.
talking to Jessica from Live Legion, and she was saying that there were some things that was going on in the back office. I have been verified, and now they're telling me that I'm not. So I we submit stuff, and so something's going on, but that's okay. We're not going to let that stop us.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So just keep going. Yeah, that's the thing about it. You want to be consistent. You want to engage. You want to not get disillusioned by any of this. You just keep going on forward, and you'll see where things will shift. So really quickly though, when it comes to the blue box, you gotta have coins in your account or the orange heart. That means that you're clicking either the gift box. If you look down in the right corner, it tells you how you can recharge in the app. That means that you can put coins in your account. Coins is literally money. That's what you're doing. You're using a payment, your payment options, credit cards, whatever, to actually load coins onto your account. In the app, there is a processing fee. So you want to be mindful of the processing fee. I tell people to go to the website, and TikTok is actually pushing the website a lot more lately. So you'll see where sometimes in the top right corner there's coins that pops up that you can recharge, and you can click that and go straight to the website. So the website is www.tiktok.com. There's the forward slash symbol coin, COIN. You go over there, you log in, you get coins, you get a little bit more for your money. So I say go there because they're going to add more coins to your account. In a perfect world, you start off with maybe $10, $20. That's 1,000, 2,000 coins. That is enough to get you started and get you really engaging. The daily heart me that I mentioned earlier, that heart plus next to the name, is one coin. And with one coin, you're allowed to essentially put a comment in, share out the live. You're able to give gifts as a team or a fan club member. You're able to level up. You get the orange hearts. So all that is part of it. I tell you, if you got a live host that you go to frequently, the first thing you want to do is give them the daily heart me. That's what you do. You come in, click that. You instantly follow that person. So you don't have to worry about clicking their photo to follow them because you'll follow them instantly. But if you are not certain and you don't want to have coins on your account, just think about adding them because that's going to make your experience more rewarding. But also make sure you follow the live host if you're not supporting in other ways. Make sure you're tapping the screen. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're sharing the live out. All those things are free support, and that's how you also engage properly. So I'm just going to say that. So if a live host is asking questions, honestly, if they ask questions, if I don't even know the answer, I will answer like it's a conversation. Like, oh, I'm not sure. Let me think about that. Or no, yes, whatever the case may be. But make sure you engage back. You said mix it up with Gigi. You said you bought some coins, weren't able to use it. It keeps saying recharge. What should I do? Interesting. You might need to put in a help desk ticket. I haven't seen that one. You might need to go to your profile, 3 lines, settings, privacy, and then scroll down and report a problem. I would do that. Start there and see if that helps, because then you can talk to a human. You can put in a ticket saying you're not able to recharge. So the other thing, so once you get coins on your account, the very first thing I tell you to do, if you click the daily heart me, you're then able to see the screen pop up. You're essentially part of the community, so you'll get your orange box. It tells you to put a comment in. Put a comment in. Say hello, good evening, how you doing, live host? Love being here. So excited to join you today. Put a comment in. Then I tell you to click your photo next to where you put that comment, because your photo image, your comment shows up. You'll see it. So click your photo. Your mini profile pops up. So if you want to practice this real quick, just say hi. If you're someone who already got the daily heart me, or you're curious, I'm about to tell you about the blue box. So put hi in the chat, and I'm going to see on your side. My vibe bonus woman, I'm not sure who's going to put the word hi in, but because I can't see your room, but put the word hi in. Then I want you to click your photo. So after you put the word hi in, click your photo, and then your mini profile pops up. Once your mini profile pops up, then click your level. It could be level 0, level 11, level 21, 14, 10, whatever your level is. Click that level. Once you click the level, it's going to show you in a blue screen your points for the blue box. The blue box follows you for every live. The orange heart is just for the live host that you're in at that time. Okay? So when you are clicking your level, you want to pay attention to this because it tells you how many points you've gotten. And so if you're someone without a blue box, you probably have 0 points. But how many points you got, there's a forward slash symbol that tells you the total amount of points you need for that level. So if it's level 1 or if it's level 11, whatever the level you need to go to, it's going to tell you the total amounts for that point, for that level. And then underneath there is those experience points, those engagement points essentially. It's going to share how many points you need. Thank you for leveling up. I see you, friend. Um, it's going to tell you how many points you need to get to the next level. So it's the difference between what you got and what you need are those experience points. Okay? So when I come into a live, I do my daily heart me, I put my comment in, I click my blue box level, I click my photo, then get to the blue box level, and then I know what I'm working with. I know what I need to do. I know how to level up. You can level up all the way up to level 50. Yes, so thank you so much. Congratulations on leveling up, friends. I see you. And so you can level up to all the way to level 50. Now, level 50 takes some time to get to. Okay, I'm going to say that right now. And once, I'll tell you this, it gets a little harder once you get into the teens, like 15 up. It gets a little harder to start leveling up. Not that it's hard or difficult, it's just something where you're maybe a little bit more conscientious of how many coins you're spending. But those first few levels, you can breeze through them pretty quickly and easily. So recognize that as you're in a live, you're being very strategic and intentional about how you're growing, how you're building, how you are engaging. Okay? And you want to engage. And so as you have your blue box, you level up. There's features that you'll get. You'll be, he said, unless you're very rich. That's true. There's features where you get to fly in on top so people see you. That's level 25 and above. You are able to give other certain gifts that other levels are not able to give because again, as you're leveling up, you can give different gifts like the money gun and stuff like that. So you'll see how people are able to have a better, more fun and engaging experience because they're able to do things that other people are like, wow, that's awesome. You see the gifts coming in. So recognize that that's part of the engagement. That's part of it. Hello, friends coming into the live. I appreciate you. So what you'll notice, so I'm gonna close out in a second, but there's what couple things you'll notice in a live room. There's a gift box. They call it the wish box. So the live host will set a live goal. They'll set that. TikTok also puts in what's called flash goals. So you'll see that as well. Thank you so much, friends. You'll see flash goals that TikTok will set for the live just to get it kind of moving and activated and get people to, if nothing else, given some of the smaller gifts. I was at a webinar and they said the number one gift that 95% of the time that people are giving. Do you know what it is? Any guess?
Not the rose?
It's the rose. It's the rose. That's the number one gift. 95% of gifts that are given is the rose. And so I said that because we're not talking about breaking the bank. The rose is one coin.
Yeah, I know it's so funny because we begin to things a lot, but it's 1 penny. When you see people with 1,000, let's say, that was what, $10?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
For that, yeah.
It's just a penny normally. And then I heard that it was 1 to 7 cents for the daily heart me. I don't know if that's true. Is that
Say that again. Say that again.
1 to 7 cents?
It's one coin to click the daily heart me. I think as you do other things, maybe it could cost more. Depending on if you're doing a leveled up cake or if you're sending some of the other gifts in there, so it could be more depending on what type of other gifts are recommended for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it says I'm just reading some of the company. Popular costs the same, but it's better for giving in the back end. Yes. So yeah, there are certain. So the popular vote, it adds up. Yes, it does add up. The popular vote that you'll see people sending is part of a newer campaign that's out there because TikTok wants people as your fans of the live. You're giving your live host that popular vote. So people are sending that out a lot more in the evening. in particular, there's an hour, there's a popular vote, a power hour that happens during the 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock Eastern for me, but I think it's 8 o'clock in general across whatever time zone, whichever time zone it is, where there's actually a competition where you want your live host to rank higher. So people use the popular vote quite a bit during that hour to make sure that their live host is ranking higher on the rank and within the rankings. So you see that. The other thing that you'll notice, a couple other things, and again, these are things as a viewer you want to pay attention to. Every week, every Monday, there's a thing called the gift gallery. So if you click the live host photo, in there's that gift gallery I mentioned before. You can become a person who is part of what's called the title gifter. So essentially, you can pick a gift, and if you know you like that live host, you know you're going to go in there, and you want to become their title gifter. You can become that title gifter, and you'll see people. This becomes part of the competition. You'll see people who will like they're look at who's there, and it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to send 10 more roses so I can become the title gifter, and the title gifter floats at the top, and they have this purple
Right.
awning
No,
that's
I
around
saw
their
that
name.
title. I get that a lot, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, they lit up the gift gallery and they got the gift that was in that box. They were the top gifter for that particular gift. And so people will look at the gift gallery and they'll use that as a way to kind of say, okay, I'm going to gift you. Maybe I was going to gift 10 roses anyway or 20 roses anyway. Now I'm going to become the title gifter because I did it. And so they will look at that to be strategic to say, okay, oh, well, maybe I was going to do 10, but now I just need to do 12 or 15. Let me do that. And I become the
Well,
type of
something else
gifter.
too about giving gifts. When you're in people's rooms giving gifts, and people see you giving gifts, and sometimes they might be curious as to who you are, and they click on your profile and they're like, "Oh wow, I think I would like to follow her," that kind of thing. So it's a symbiotic kind of relationship. It's hi Carolyn, I see you there. It's not just about the host; it's about you as well in terms of enhancing your overall experience on TikTok.
Mhm.
Whether you want to make money here or just want to have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, the Aunt P said becoming a title gifter is a great way to get quality followers. That's true. That is true because people see that. And so if you're thinking strategically about what is your goal for your like if you're a live host but right now you're a viewer and you're like, okay, you know what? Let me make sure that I'm also getting some exposure. So I'm going to come and become a title gifter or I'm going to float at the top because I'm slowly gifting. So there's a strategy where if you click that circle when you send a rose or send whatever gift you're giving, and you hit it right before the circle closes, hit it again, and then again, and you're just tapping slowly, you pin yourself up higher or longer. So you pin yourself up longer because you're slowly tapping, and people see that. And people in the room, they want to engage, and they may either follow suit and gift as well, or they click your photo and then they can follow you and you can follow them back. So it is a great strategy to get new followers. You said I would go to a host gift gallery and follow everyone in it. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea.
What was that?
Interesting. Aunt P says she will go to someone's gift gallery and follow all the people in the gift gallery because those are gifters. I mean, that's an interesting strategy.
You go to the gift gallery and you follow. How does that work?
So the people in the gift gallery, if you see who's there, you can click their photo and follow them. That's it. Simple as that.
How do I see who's in the gift gallery? I don't.
So
I see their picture.
click your gift gallery,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, their photo is there. She said, Nikki Grace said, I do that too. You guys are really sly. I like
Yes,
that.
yeah. Okay, I see gifter badges and things like that, but I don't
You
see
don't
the
see the people?
actual
No. Go ahead and click. You don't. Is anybody? Let me see. I go to yours. Let's see. Okay, so look at your TikTok. Look at your roses. Scroll down. Your TikTok gift in
Okay,
your
hold
gift
on. This
gallery.
guy's puzzle. Okay. Okay, look at my TikTok gift. Okay, look at the roses. Okay.
So click the roses. Click the rose. That's the second one.
Okay.
And then scroll down. You don't see the people at the bottom?
Not yet. We haven't gotten all the way down to the bottom. No, I don't see that.
Are you in your gift gallery? And you know,
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me. I'm not. I'm on my other gift gallery. Let me look at this gift gallery. Can I look at my own gift gallery?
yeah. Go ahead and
Okay.
click your photo.
All right. Let me see here. I see the showcase. I see gift gallery. I see gift gallery. Okay.
So when you click your
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. And then I see the people.
yeah,
Yes.
and click their photo, their mini profile pops up.
Ah. Somebody gave me a perfume. Thank you for the perfume. I don't know when that was.
Yeah. So
Okay.
MP said, I thought that was the point of the gift gallery. Well, technically, the point is that you're.
Talk
So,
about the gift gallery, but I don't know what I thought they were talking about.
well, MP, she said the point of the gift gallery is for her to go and get followers. No, the point of the gift gallery is for you to go and click the gifts to gift and become a title gifter. But yes, your strategy works too, Fred. You can go there and go ahead and get those title gifters that way too. I appreciate you sharing that tip.
Okay, that's cool.
You
Okay.
said y'all must have learned that in one of them grow rooms. Y'all might, cause y'all didn't learn that from me.
Yeah, there's some interesting things that come up in some of these grow rooms, and sometimes I think, okay, well, I'm not going to do that.
Right, right.
Certain things, like there's one grow room that I went to that was basically threatening people if they,
Oh wow.
were in the room engaging in, but not following people, or if people followed you, if you didn't follow them back within a couple of days, whatever, they were gonna unfollow you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going back there, because I don't look at it that way. I always feel like what God has for me, He has for me.
Exactly. That's it.
You know.
And at the end of the day, let's be real. Your room needs the watchers as much as you need the tappers, as much as you need the commenters, as much as you need the sharers, as much as you need the gifters. Okay? You need all of it for you to have a quality room. And so any one person in the room just watching or doing something, you want to teach them and educate them on how to engage. Now, the whole thing about not following people back, there's a couple things you want to keep in mind. First of all, some people just don't know the process. The most you can follow in one day is 200 people. If you go over that, then when you come into a room, especially those rooms that's high volume rooms, you're thinking you have not, you don't know that you hit your limit. Or maybe you do know you hit your limit, but we'll make the assumption that you don't know that you hit your limit. And so TikTok will restrict you from following people back. So you can be literally clicking follow and not let that follow is not going through. And you would have to literally go back to that same name to see that it did not go through. But you would know there's no indication that says, oh, your follow didn't go through. So
Right.
just recognize that happens too, and maybe that's an innocent, approach that I'm thinking of. But people do that. The other thing is, you do want to make sure that you are being intentional about who you follow. And so just because everybody is clicking your name to follow you, you look at their profile, you look at their information, and they don't have a bio, they still have the username, they have all this other stuff, but they're in a grow room and they want to grow. That don't mean that you want to follow them back, because at the end of the day, that's not an account that you want to keep up with, because they don't know how to engage fully, so they're not going to necessarily engage back. So I tell you, be careful of who you're getting in those rooms, because those people are not necessarily the right people for your content or the right people who are going to engage with your page. Okay, so you want to be a little strategic, maybe a little bit cautious too, in terms of who you're engaging with. So, not to say that you should go in there with bad intentions of just consuming and getting people and not sharing the love, but again, just be intentional about how you're doing that. He said, I agree with that. Yes, yeah, just be intentional about it. I don't want you guys to go back and say, Dr. Liz said not to follow y'all back.
I try to follow people back who I just feel like we have like minds, and sometimes I
That's
do
it.
it intuitively as well, because as you grow, you get so many that it's hard to go into every single one.
Yes.
But when you do go into that person's and you decide you're going to follow them, also go and take a look at their profile and engage with them on some of their posts and things like that. It's
Exactly.
a great way to create a synergy between the two of you. So yeah, also do that. And there's active you are on the app. Is that true, Dr. Lisa?
Yeah, I've heard that too. So yeah, you could put the streak and you put in your stories and stuff like that. So yeah, that's not a bad thing. And again, that gives visibility to your page as well as to that other person's page too. So that's
So
not a
it
bad
all
thing.
works together for good. And I asked Dr. Lisa to come and share all this because I know a lot of it, but she's the expert at it. Because I
Oh.
also I've mentioned her in this room many times before, and I wanted you to meet her. And some of you are from her room. That's how you started following me in the first place. But I have had success on TikTok. It's been 9 weeks.
Really?
It's been 9 weeks,
Nice.
and I think I monetized my first week. And it's
Nice.
all thanks to Dr. Lisa and her very sage advice. She's especially good with us folks that are over 40.
Oh, yes.
If one of those feels a little, uncomfortable about going on live or just being on in this space, it's real. It's real. Um, I found her to be very welcoming, non-judgmental, and encouraging. Because I had this thing about going live. I don't know why. It was just bigger than life to me. And now I'm having the same thing about going product live, but I'm going product live because I've got some products that I need to that my agency has sent me and set me up with just recently.
Okay.
So yes, Dr. Lisa Ross. Everybody knows Dr. Lisa Ross. So there are many, many ways to monetize. I've gotten clients from here. I've had people go to my guides and purchase the guides. I've gotten subscriptions from here. Of course, I've gotten gifts too, but there are other ways to monetize. And there's other ways to have fun here on the app as well. Take a look at the people that are coming into the room, in this room, especially if you're interested in wellness. Sometimes they can lead you to other wellness rooms as well because they go to wellness rooms. And that's one way to build community, get to know your community, because I encourage, the people that come into this room to, check each other out and to follow the wellness people and all that because there's plenty for everybody. What's that? No stingy energy, as they say.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes, what did she say? I'm gonna get okay. Sometimes have small combos under posts, theirs and mine's when time fails. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, darling. I think that's wonderful. That's what it's all about.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hi, Bernadette, self care champion. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Oh, hi. Thank you for being my number 80 fan club. D. Rob, Law knows.
Yes.
Some of these handles are so good. I want to know, okay, what's behind that handle? What does that mean? I had one was like black butterfly something. I can't remember what it was, but it made me say, well, what is that? And she said, well, this guy keep going through a divorce. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
no wonder, no wonder. Let's see what the message is here. I switched sides. You switched sides? What do you mean you switched sides?
They came over. They probably came from my live to your live. Yeah.
Oh,
But I shared, and so I'm about to leave soon. So if you want to tap over to My Wellness Woman, that'll be a great way. Don't forget to claim your points. So if anybody left their points, come claim your points.
points. And
Yeah.
thank you, just family sharing is caring. Absolutely right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I'll just tell you, those of you who might be switching over, this is a wellness room. We talk about all things wellness. Today we're talking about cholesterol, how to lower it, and diabetes, how to keep from getting it. If you have it, if you have either one, type 2, how to get off that medication. So
Okay.
very valuable information, life-saving information is shared in this room. So
Yes. Yeah, I'll come back. So today's my long day. So I have a 10 o'clock I'm doing here. So I'm about to get off shortly. And then I have my 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll come back for that. So you guys are welcome to come back for that conversation. And then I go shop live, like we said earlier. I'm doing my other page where it's at 8:30 shoppable live that I'll start. And those are all Eastern time zones. Thy Bonus Woman, thank you so much. I appreciate doing this. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the room because I know this is not, we're not successful if we don't keep encouraging each other and supporting each other as well as helping each other, in terms of our live room topics and how we are hopefully shifting how this app is working for people over 40 and beyond. And so at the end of the day, this has been a space where people are like, okay, I don't know if I should be here. If it was for me, it's absolutely for you. You can do it. So I say that all the time. I appreciate you all taking the leap, and I appreciate you intentionally taking this leap to come over to the TikTok streets because I know you were in the other streets.
Come on over. That's right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa. I appreciate you, and thank you for all you're doing for the us old gals on the app. Really appreciate
You are so welcome. We are all the old girls on that.
I definitely qualify as the old girl list. As I like to say, 2 years from 70. Okay, there you go.
Ooh. Okay, so really quickly, yes, 4 p.m. Eastern and 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Someone asked me to repeat that. Zen Jen, I don't know. You might have. I don't know if you moved over to Vibe Wellness Woman's room. Message me if you're still in the room, so that way I can answer your questions surrounding agencies. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be talking a lot about agencies. So I'm doing some homework, guys, and I'm really trying to make a calculated decision on if that's the space I need to be in, and I think it might be. So we'll see. I will keep you all posted. And if you would,
Starting your own agency?
yeah, exactly.
Well, let me know for sure,
All
okay?
right,
Because
all
I still don't have an agency for lives.
right. Okay.
I just have a private agency.
Me too.
Yeah, I just had somebody that came in today. Because I told her, I'm already with someone. I'm not interested, but whatever. And then she came in here and she said, "Well, you're no longer with our agency." I'm like, "What? This trolled me." And she's trying to get my business. I don't get that. So
Oh,
that's the first block I've ever done that I decided I'm blocking her because I don't want that energy in there. But yeah,
no, that's all wrong. Yeah,
that's really wrong. I bet whoever she works for, if they knew she was doing that, they would be upset. Now,
that's
it could be a language barrier, you know,
okay.
because sometimes I get approached from these agencies and I can tell that this is not their first language. I don't know. I don't remember her agency, but I just remember her picture. And I know that English is not her first language, so that might be part of the problem. I just saw you come in, Coach B. I
Yes,
appreciate you. Good morning.
yes.
Everybody, Vicky Wooden is here. Definitely check her out as well. She's a great coach as well. Both of them are. In fact, she came from you. Did she come from your room?
She did. Yes, Coach V. How are you, friend?
That's amazing.
Yes, yes. So yes, so I'll keep you posted. I mean, I'm almost at a decision making process. So I've attended a couple webinars, still kind of taking in. I got some emails asking questions and stuff. So I think it's something that
Much better to be for live. Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah.
I'll be the first one. As soon as you say that, I'm like, what?
I will keep y'all posted. So that might be breaking news in this month of
That
June.
makes sense for
So
you to do that, considering where you are right now and
yeah.
the time you have now available.
Yes, yes, exactly. And that was my thinking. It's like, hey, this is what I've been called to
It's
do.
another stream. It's another stream.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
there
So
you go.
I will keep you guys posted. Thank you all. So I appreciate you all so much. If you want to jump over, get your points, and we're gonna let that wellness woman finish her conversation with her in her live room. And I appreciate you all coming over. If you have any questions about going live, let me know. I'm around. Go ahead and DM me. And then, like I said, I'll be back at 4, and then again at 8:30 for my Dr. Lisa Shops page, where I give tips on our product suggestions for people who are looking to go live host products, as well as beginner content creators. So kind of those tech products.
What time is that room?
8:30 p.m. Eastern. So time zone for you is what, 5:30? I'm trying to get a conversion.
Yes, I think my granddaughter's visiting for a month, and
Oh,
so my
nice.
evenings are really booked. But my daughter's taking her to go visit relatives, so I may be free.
All right, all right. So yeah, so that's my Dr. Lisa Shops page. Thank you. And Nika Grace. Nika, you said you were trying to say her name. So she is. It's funny because my sister's name is Monica. So she said her name is Monica. That's why it says Nika and then Grace put together. So that's Nika Grace. She's a great supporter. So if she's gonna come over, she's a great one. She's one I've been convincing to go live. So she hasn't gone live yet. How you doing, Silver Fox? Exactly. All right, good friends. I appreciate you so much. If you tap Vibe Wellness Woman's screen, you can jump over to her live and finish with her conversation. So that way you can jump over and you just watch from that way. And I'm about jump over, and I'm about to end my live, but I appreciate you all so much. I'll be back at 4. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa. Thanks for your time.
All
I appreciate
right,
it.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
everybody. Take care.